relying on that boxing skill and use that accuracy just to negate that height and reach.
It's the Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
I've been out in Vegas when fights like this have happened, and when the sun's beating down on you, you get out there, you're fighting outside, it can make you or break you.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
And what a great matchup.
Come on.
So here we go.
Let's go.
It's gonna be a good one. The charts action from both of these fighters. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch.
Let's go.
Good counter punch. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Well done with that counter shot. Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs.
Come on, stop running.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
On to the second round. Coming off that
fantastic
last
stuff,
round,
man.
let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won the hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little switch you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
That hook was off target. Those counter punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't score with the right hand. They exchange punches. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. There's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Nice counter. Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot. Clear the head a little.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. David Benavidez might be ready to go. Perfect counter land. The Mexican Monster's in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Somehow weathered the storm.
What recovery skills they are.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. All right, hook misses. Monster might be ready to finally go down. How did they not go down?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Woo!
And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
You're right.
That's how you do it, baby.
Legs are all over the place. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when they go to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a highlight reel knockout. The best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
I hate that skipping shit, man.
last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them?
Down goes Benavidez. I want to see that again,
he
but
got
from a
me.
different angle.
I've got to see that again.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Punch, counter punch. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. Landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't want you let him back into it. You're betting this kid. Go back out there.
There's the bell for round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Swing and a miss with that hook. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Big whiff with the right hook. Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time count? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
Unbelievable.
Here we go. It's round 7. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two? Did you see that? David Benavidez might be ready to go. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Perfect counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. Good one. Careful not to punch himself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that. There's the bell for round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Counter punch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. That punch landed. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
This is the last thing we expected.
Hell yeah.